Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today I'm going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku married Bulma. This is the fourth part to this what if, and if you have not already seen the other three parts, I would greatly recommend you go check those videos out before coming back to this one. And now, without further ado, let's do further into the story of this what if. What is this power? How did he get so strong? He saw me kill his father. I shouldn't have given him this strength. Is he the legendary Super Saiyan? Father, you were the one fighting him. What do you make of this? Cunning as always, Father. I think there's only one way we can beat him. We must combine our strength. But do you even think that will be enough? I'll save you the trouble. It won't. I'm going to kill both of you right here. Your power combined couldn't even compare to mine, even tenfold. You will die here and now at my hands. I will avenge my race. You want to avenge your race? Do you want to know something about your race, boy? They were nothing but battle-hungry, war-torn savages. It was either them or the rest of the universe. You can't blame me for saving billions, possibly trillions of lives. You already met Vegeta and Nappa, and you took them out on your own, without a care in the world. Don't you dare talk to me about killing your race. You finished them off. You sealed the deal. Gohan would think about this for a moment, contemplating if this was true. But at the same time, Frieza just killed his father, the last remaining Saiyan, or at least full-blooded Saiyan. So, Gohan, still with his spirit vengeful, would stare down Frieza once again, with his soulless, white eyes. As much as I want to kill you, as much as I want to do the universe a favor in that one thing, I know, deep in my heart, I don't want any blood on my hands. I'm going to go. I'm going to leave here. And if I ever hear of you hurting another soul, I will come back here, and I will kill you. And as for your father, there's no redeeming him. Call this an eye for an eye. Kamehameha! Congratulations, Runt. You've gotten your revenge. Now leave. Don't return. And please, I beg of you, don't kill me or any of my subordinates. Oh, Frieza. We both know I couldn't kill you even if I wanted to. But, like I said, I'm not exactly the killer type, despite what I had to do to your father. That was a message. Make sure to read it well. And if you ever come after me or my family ever again, I'm not giving you another chance. Oh, don't be concerned, monkey. I only need the one. Die, Super Saiyan! Frieza would say, shooting a death ball straight at Gohan, who would just reflect it with ease. Then, standing tall in front of Frieza, he would power up his ki, using a full power Ma Senko to obliterate the Emperor. Although, as you might suspect, he would regenerate. But Gohan would continue firing his blast, over and over and over, until eventually Frieza's body just can't regenerate anymore, although it would still exist as he is immortal and would begin bonding with the sky itself. The entire planet, no, the entire galaxy is beginning to be overtaken by Frieza's very being. And then, as this merging continues, it would all come to a stop with one single word. Hakai! As Gohan is watching this all unfold, Beerus and Whis would arrive on the surface of the planet and begin talking with Gohan, getting the briefing of everything that happened. Beerus would thank Gohan for being such a considerate young man and taking care of that Frieza guy. He was such a pain in the neck, you know, and Gohan would shruggishly agree. Talking about an intergalactic terrorist and calling it a pain in the neck seems like a bit of minimizing, but Gohan isn't anyone to judge. It's kind of strange to him how Beerus was able to come in and handle Frieza so easily. Yeah, sure, Gohan was basically doing the same thing, but Beerus did just kill an immortal. And, of course, the God of Destruction would say that his immortality was greatly exaggerated. Frieza got it from the Namekian dragonballs, which are powerful, but not as powerful as a God of Destruction. Maybe if it was the Super Dragon Balls, he would have had a hard time actually erasing Frieza, but just the old Namekian things? Nah, that's easy. Beerus would, however, question about Gohan's form. It seems incredibly powerful, nothing compared to the God himself, but certainly strong. He would ask how Gohan acquired it, and he would speak of how his father died in front of him, and there was nothing he could do to stop it. He was utterly powerless, and he vowed to never have that happen again, thus unlocking the Super Saiyan Rage form. And then he proceeded to murder Frieza multiple times, just couldn't actually fully scratch that itch. Once again, immortality. Beerus will look at the aura. It feels godly, but it's not. There's no real God key inside of it, despite the fact it does look like a Super Saiyan Blue aura, then coated by a Super Saiyans. That's just not what it is. It's certainly cool, Super Saiyan Rage is awesome, but it's just not godly, so although Beerus is interested, not as much as he would be if it was, say, Super Saiyan God or Blue. Although, Beerus is still very interested in this power. Keep in mind, Gohan here is actually far stronger than Super Saiyan 3 Goku in Battle of Gods, by a pretty large extent. Gohan's base form is roughly twice what Goku's was in Battle of Gods, and Goku is using a weaker form when he fights Beerus. Gohan here is utilizing Super Saiyan Rage, something that pushed Trunks to actually be able to contest with Fused Zamasu, which is incredible, but still not enough to actually face Beerus, especially when someone who is weaker than future Trunks is using it, although it is still an incredible form and still an incredible power that Gohan wields. Let's say the multiplier for it is around 10,000. That's around half what I usually use for Super Saiyan God, so Beerus would still be incredibly entertained, actually getting to have somewhat of a fair fight with him, although Gohan wouldn't be rapidly increasing as much as Goku was. Yeah, Gohan is getting used to a new form, but Goku is getting used to an entirely new realm of strength. So, needless to say, Gohan is still pretty outmatched, but Beerus wants to see how far he can push the kid, so he would continue fighting, eventually saying that if Gohan doesn't actually show his true power, if he doesn't impress the Cat God, then he might as well just go to Earth and see if someone there will. And if they can't, then he'll just destroy the planet. This would enrage Gohan, letting him briefly power up with some lightning circling around him. That's interesting. Beerus would utilize this rage and push Gohan even further, saying that if his dad's already dead, might as well reunite the couple and kill his mother too. This would push Gohan to the breaking point. Black lightning would circle around him, as he would then enter Super Saiyan Rage 2. A completely custom form, but hey, if we're going to be evolving Gohan in a certain way here, we might as well have some fun with it. This evolution to Super Saiyan Rage would basically just be Super Saiyan Rage, but to the second level. Think what happened with Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. A 2 times increase, but that's definitely still impressive. This would mean that Gohan not only has a stronger base power than Goku did, but an equal form. So, he is actually impressing Beerus more than Super Saiyan God Goku did. In fact, Gohan, by the end of their fight, is actually stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku was in his fight against Beerus. Because a stronger base power while still training with the God of Destruction, no matter what form you're utilizing, God Key or not, you're still going to get incredibly powerful. Beerus would push Gohan to the brink and allow him to break his limits multiple times over. Now, Gohan is actually enjoying the fight. He'd realized Beerus was bluffing just to pull out more power, and this would allow him to not take it so seriously, getting a bit laid back while still focusing on fighting. This would allow him to move almost on his own. He's not activating Ultra Instinct, but he's beginning to learn the basics of the fighting style at least. This would impress both Beerus and Whis. Gohan, a mere mortal, was utilizing the fighting style of the Angels. He was relaxed, yet he was focused.
He's not actually utilizing Ultra Instinct. I feel like I have to preface that because people will get mad at me in the comments for making Gohan too overpowered. He would not be utilizing Ultra Instinct in any sort of way. He would just be utilizing a fighting style similar. He would realize he doesn't have to rely on his rage to fight, but the rage is still coursing through him. He'd be able to kind of find this perfect balance between rage and relaxation, allowing him to fight strategically while also being a bit more laid back and not so focused that it distracts him. So Gohan is fighting quite effectively against Beerus. Although, as we know, the Cat God is still only using a fraction of his power, so he would easy neck chop Gohan and knock him to the ground. But Whis would actually suggest training the child, making him Beerus' perfect rival. Little did Whis know, that was already Beerus' plan, and his training would commence at once. Well, not at once, as they do still have a few more things to do before they're actually able to. First, ask Gohan. Second, see if there's any other preparations he needs, getting his affairs in order, before he can come and train on the God's planet. Knowing that he isn't in Beerus' good graces yet, Gohan would only have 3 requests. The first being, under no circumstances can he destroy anyone or anything on Earth unless they are a threat to the planet. And although Beerus is a bit reluctant to this, he really does want to have Gohan as a student, so he makes the promise. Plus, if push came to shove, he can just destroy Gohan too. He's not above breaking promises, but he really doesn't want to do that, so he probably won't. The second request is to revive the Namekians. And that's as easy as 1, 2, 3, as Piccolo would gather the Dragon Balls and revive Planet Namek as well as the people on it. This would be through King Kai telling him that, hey, this really strong destroyer guy wants you to do this, so do it or you die. That's kind of the only 2 options here. And Piccolo would do this as he doesn't want to die. Then on Namek, Gohan would gather the Dragon Balls and revive his father. Onto the third and final request, Gohan would want to have Goku train there with him, as well as being able to go back and forth to Earth whenever they please. And Beerus, knowing that Whis can basically go anywhere he wants, he's basically just their taxi, he would agree. Now, with everything sorted out, Goku and Gohan would begin training on Beerus' planet together. It wouldn't take them long to access God Ki, and after a while, Goku would attain Super Saiyan God. Gohan would master his Super Saiyan Rage forms, and they would kind of go down their own paths at this point. Gohan wanting to see how much he can evolve his line of power, while Goku goes down a new one, a more godly route. And now, with the 2 strongest Saiyans in the universe being even stronger, it seems like peacetime is going to last forever. But, as we all know, peace is not eternal in Dragon Ball. The only thing that is ever certain is there will always be a new, bigger, and badder threat to come. And that is so very true after the 7-year time skip, although here it'd be more like 10. The reason being is a brief retcon. See, in my last part, I said Cell would be destroyed, but after reviewing everything I had gone over, I realized the Z-Fighters would have no reason to have found Cell. So it only makes logical sense to say he would still survive, but nobody would even know he really exists. So time goes on, and now with the DNA of the godly Saiyans inside of him, Cell would be born much sooner than before, but still not soon enough to actually save the androids. So perfection seems so far out of his grasp. Although after searching around the universe for a while in some way to potentially become the perfect being, he would have someone who would offer to bring back the missing pieces, to rebuild Cell once again, to give him back the androids, and that person is Babidi. As seen in some of the alternate timelines of the Dragon Ball video games, Babidi can revive people. Now, we don't know exactly how it works, but I suspect it's something like Fortune Teller Baba, although a bit more permanent, as he doesn't exactly abide by the laws of what's right and wrong, what's good and bad when it comes to magic. So, Babidi would be able to give Cell back the androids. Seeing as Shenron could revive 17 and 18, so could Babidi. Although Babidi would tell him that the only way he's getting the androids back is if he does something for him. If Cell gives him enough energy to revive Majin Buu, then it's all even Stevens, and Cell can become perfect or whatever. It doesn't really matter to him. So, Cell would do just that, reviving Majin Buu, although he's a laughingstock in terms of power. But because Cell hasn't gotten the androids yet, he decides to play it nice, not saying anything. Then Babidi, casting a few spells, would revive both 17 and 18, who Cell would lick his lips before then absorbing, and becoming the perfect being. Now Babidi is absolutely terrified. Once again, I don't think he could sense power, but he can very well feel the strength emanating off of Cell. It's godly, it's unlike anything he's felt before, and Babidi would debate, even thinking, maybe this Cell guy is actually a destroyer. Maybe those two androids were just ways to seal away his power. Maybe he did the wrong thing. Maybe if he reverses time or something, he could actually, but before he's able to finish that thought, Cell would crush his head as if he was stomping on a bug. Then, looking over to Buu and slapping his tail against the ground, before then walking over to the pink blob and asking if he wants to play a game. Buu would attempt to run, sensing the imminent danger that he's in, but Cell wouldn't let him escape, grabbing Buu by the antenna. Actually, what is that thing on top of Buu's head? I don't know. Grabbing him by the antenna, I'm going with antenna, and then using his tail to absorb the fat blob, drinking him almost like he's a nice cup of pink jello. Then Cell, taking a deep breath in, sensing for powers around the universe, would say,
"Yes, I am perfect. I know you can't hear me, but I'm coming for you, Beerus, and there's no way you can run!"
And that's where we're going to be ending things for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this, as I certainly enjoyed making it, and if you could, please like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit the notification bell. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.